Split, Croatia, July 8, 2025.
Nisam. Isuse Bože. I stabla.
A strong storm accompanied by heavy rain, strong winds and hail hit parts of Split this morning. Residents are reporting that they haven't seen such a storm in a long time. Fortunately, it was short-lived, but the consequences could be severe. During this morning's storm in Split, the monastery and church of St. Anthony suffered extensive damage, reports Dalmatian Portal. Large trees were uprooted. The head of the statue of St. Anthony was also damaged.
Jel možete tamo izaći? Na onu stranu. A tamo je srušilo.
The National Maritime Search and Rescue Coordination Center in Rijeka, MRCC Rijeka, has informed the competent services of the Ministry of the Sea, Transport and Infrastructure about the extraordinary events caused by a short-term but severe storm in the Split area, where numerous vessel accidents and damage were reported. The violent storm that hit Split around 9 a.m. this morning caused serious traffic, utility, and security chaos. Today, our city was devastated by a major storm. I see that all services and all those responsible are trying to return things to normal as soon as possible and remove the effects of the storm. I hereby express my support for them, although it is a natural phenomenon of extreme weather. This event reminds us that climate change is a serious problem that we must not ignore, the mayor writes. The Split Port Authority and the Split County Center 112 received several calls for help during the morning due to the storm that hit Split and the surrounding area around 9 a.m., and rescued crews and passengers, including children, at sea, the Ministry of the Sea, Transport and Infrastructure reported. Puljat Stadium was seriously damaged by the wind and rainfall that hit Split on Tuesday morning. A strong storm also hit Solin on Tuesday, at the same time as Split, and caused material damage, reported Solin Mayor Dalibor Nincevic. Mayor Tomislav Suda and Deputy Mayor Mateja Dorsic visited the Marjan Forest Park area, which was severely affected by the storm, and has been closed to citizens for safety reasons until further notice. Split was hit by an exceptionally severe storm today, and the director of the Split City Museum, Vesna Bulik Bejketic, told Index what problems it is causing in the old city center. The mayor of Split, Tomislav Suda, said that Split was hit by a major natural disaster, and thanked all services and citizens who immediately joined in helping after the strong storm that caused great material damage and traffic collapse. In the port of Split, a ferry's rope broke at the mooring, which then hit an anchored tourist ship. All relevant services are on the ground. Please note that the DHMZ orange warning is still in effect. We urge all citizens to be extra cautious, monitor the weather forecast and instructions from the competent services, and avoid unnecessary outdoor activities during and after the storm. The Civil Protection Directorate reported. The wind was blowing so hard, at one point, they say, 240 kilometers per hour, that the huge ferry Petr Hektorovic, one of the largest, if not the largest in the Jadrolinija fleet, which sails on the Split-Var route, was torn off its moorings. The ferry lost control and crashed into the St. Duhay pier in the Split port. The camera located on the building of the Institute of Oceanography and Fisheries on Cape Marjana recorded the arrival of the storm in Split, which began to fall on the city shortly before 9 a.m. Split firefighters have published details about the number of interventions after the terrible storm. Firefighters are still on the scene removing branches, he adds, and they will have work to do in the coming days. The damage to Marjan and Sustepan is enormous, and they are closed to visitors due to the impending danger. The city has appealed to citizens not to enter these parts of the city until the impending danger is remedied. 10 people who were stranded on Marjan, in Bene Bay, when the storm began. Oni su spasini brodovima juim se drugasij nij moglo prisai, were rescued by boats because they could not be reached otherwise. The 112 Split County Center received several hundred calls from citizens about the consequences of the storm in the Split area during the morning, the Civil Protection Directorate announced. The wind in Split carried parts of a metal structure and smashed cars in the parking lot. Traffic is difficult, and in certain areas it is being regulated by police officers on the ground. We urge drivers to be extra cautious, but all other citizens to be vigilant due to fallen trees, branches and collapsed objects in public areas.